Hey, what's up, y'all? Jplay Vibes Live. Shout out to hardworking runners like myself. Yeah, there's no game in front of me today. All right. Disclaimer. Joker, what are you doing? It's my dog wants to pop in and say what's up. Y'all see him? Joker, do you want to sit in the seat? Told y'all he follows me damn near everywhere. He's always behind the couch and whatnot. Y'all see that shit. And it's crazy. A little check rare. Whatever y'all can pop in when y'all want. Checking the volume and stuff. Better. There we go. Is that better for y'all? Oh my god. Get my. Hey, what's up, man? What's up, bro? Appreciate you popping in. Man, how y'all night going, man? I know it's in my usual time to go live. I'm usually like, what did fucking Coleman Major shot down? What he say? He said I'm a fucking Europe streamer. I said that's not funny, bro. So just because, hey, you can start your day with me. Like you can start your day with me, man. It's more than that. So when you on the road, you heading to work, whatever, you know, I'm gonna give you that news. I'm gonna make you laugh. I'm gonna do whatever. What up, Woo? What's up, my girl? What's up, bro? Now this is just a first draft, though. Okay, I'm letting y'all know. First draft. More things are coming to the room. So when you put money towards my Twitch and all my social media platforms, that funds this room. So y'all can actually make the room for me, or at least fund it, at least. You know, this cup is not just for liquids; it's also the panhandle. So Alright, there we go. I know y'all were looking forward to our guest. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it. He had car troubles. Uh, the last couple weeks it's been like 2,000 degrees. Some of y'all seen me mention that on my last stream I was doing. And it decided today for hell to freeze over. It started spitting out rain. So I'm pulling for him. Hopefully he can get where he needs to get to safely and soundly. Tell him to text me when he's home. But we're going to get into a couple topics. For one, autumn videos you see on my Instagram, and make sure, because I got the links there on my profile, on my social media, all of it is linked together. My play reports come from this. This is what was from, like, technically promoting a segment that I do on my podcast. It's called the play report. When I talk about certain like internet news, reactions to weird ass videos, some celebrities, some rants that I go on, certain things that like I find just I gotta say something. So first one. I looked up earlier today. Said so for this year, AI has been used over 80% of the time on social media and certain companies and businesses. And the year's not even over yet. Compared to last year, when it was used over 56%. So, why everybody want to be so fake as fuck? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I mean, don't get me wrong. AI is good for a lot of things. It's good for like Chat GPT. It's good for like, you know, I guess writers, people that's trying to pretty much like an Ask Jeeves to me. I know I'm technically right at the cusp of the age to know what Ask Jeeves is. So before you say in the chat, how do you know about Ask Jeeves? A homie does know about Ask Jeeves. Maybe my parents, but I was there. Okay? I thought a generation we can claim what the last one did. My thoughts on AI is I don't know, man. I don't got no problem with AI. Use it for good shit. Don't use it for these crazy ass videos that you're making on the internet where motherfuckers like literally like the whole point is supposed to be realistic as possible. I'm still seeing robots with fucking skin. If that's the case, I go to Japan and get the robots they were making. Like every single video I see is like it's crazy. People send that shit to me all the time. And eventually I'm gonna make it one of my play reports. Because it's starting to get too much now. Like they turn it into some of the most racist shit I've ever seen. Like in the chat, like you see Bigfoot AI. No, he's not lit, Mason. No, he's not lit. Bigfoot AI is not lit. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Because nobody wants to see Bigfoot on honey packs. Okay? I wish I could unsee that. I wish I could, okay? I don't I don't need to see I've seen one where it was these two black guys and they was like they was trying to get a headline. I'm not bullshitting. They fucking went into this DNA center. They made it like a stem cell DNA type of research center. The guy was like, okay, I'm gonna go in first because it costs a couple dollars, and then I'm gonna come out and get you. So the black guy walks in. Keep in mind, these AI videos, their clothes are always fucking changing. So leading up to the research center, he had braids. Halfway to the research center, he was like a Muslim with a beard. When they got there, the motherfucker was Rick Ross. So, so anyway, he got his friend goes in there. As soon as he comes out, I swear to God, he looked like one of Trump's sons. And his black friend asked him, "Hey man, all right, it's my turn," and he was like, "Get away from me!" Like you, like he's. And they got the video. I'm like, bro, the fact that you sat down and made that shit, because you have to put in all the shit, like how AI Arta is that app where you can make certain like fucking logos and shit. I got experience using that before. This, you have to put in a description of what you want the video to be about, and they send you templates and shit like that. Alright, here we go. Bro, I've seen some crazy ass. Hey, what's up, Heem? Hey, what up, Heem? What's up, bro? Where you at on the other streams, man? You better still be making fucking music, my guy. You better still be making music. Don't let life get in the way, bro. Try. Keep trying. I appreciate the follow, my bro. Now you know I shout out every single follower I get, right? So you following just for me, if you are, that's fine. If you following for me and your art form, then go ahead and give him a follow as well, y'all. You should follow everybody in the chat. Mark Griff, amazing. Woo to woo. I think he just made another Twitch, if I ain't mistaken. Like he made a different one. So he about to start getting active. It's almost preseason NFL. It's time for everybody to start getting active, okay? But nah, man. What do y'all think about AI in the chat, man? Like, I got somebody that say like they loving the AI gorilla videos, Bigfoots. It is what it is. I mean, them shits are hilarious. I ain't gonna lie. Shit's hilarious. Hey, what's up under the big top? What's up, my bro? Yo, man, you still owe me. You know it's always love, but you still owe me an impression. I'm a whole comedian, bro. I love impressions, bro. I see that Los Angeles Saquon's banner. Oh, okay, all right. Alright, but see, this is the problem with Eagle fans. I appreciate all fans, but at the same time, like if you love your team, ride for your team forever. But with that being said, we have certain fans of certain teams that always dwell on the past, and it's all about the future. You know what I mean? It's all about the future. You know, my team won 2021. I know it was 4 years ago. I'm not dwelling on it, okay? I'm not pulling out my Rams ring out my closet. That was earned. The one that opens up and shows the field, every team we beat, this, that, and the third. You know, the first ever ring to have an extra design where it could open and do all type of stuff, and then later champions copied it. Let's not do that. But speaking of sports, though, that's the perfect segue because it goes into my second play report. So, my wife came across this story. It's probably the weather. It's probably the weather. I'm gonna have to strengthen my connection, but bear with me, y'all. Appreciate y'all so much. But as I was saying, it goes into sports. Perfect segue into my next play report. So my wife brought this to my attention. This is about baseball. So you tell me why a baseball player got traded. No. Let me make it very clear. So a player for the Toronto Blue Jays went against the Baltimore Orioles. He's one of the right-handed pitchers. After the game was over, and they lost 3-2. Mid-game though, he got traded to the Baltimore Orioles. There's no way he can't say the game wasn't his fault. Okay, I ain't seen nobody get released. I count that as released, traded, released. I ain't never seen nobody get rid of. Like, you off my team, bro. Like, I don't, nah, like, bro, like, even the minor leagues give you time. Like, NBA got fucking summer league. Football got fucking OTAs and the preseason, all that and shit, making roster cuts. How the fuck he, like, he's not even that bad. I don't know what happened in that game, but that game determined that he had to get his ass out. So after they lost 3-2, he had to go on the other side of the field because for people that don't watch baseball, there's something called a doubleheader, where sometimes certain teams, regardless if it's in the division or not, it varies, they will play back-to-back games in the same day. So imagine you just pitched for Toronto Blue Jays and you lost, and now you gotta go over to the other fucking side of the fucking field. I can't make this up. You gotta go over to the other side of the field. So on your new, there's no way they made a jersey that fast. Like it's. And then he had to play for Baltimore to beat the Blue Jays. And you know what happened? This is like getting stabbed, and then this is the dagger. This is the nail in the coffin for me. The Blue Jays ended up beating the Orioles 9-8. So how do you take 3 L's in one day? Somebody tell me this shit. So his name is Sarah Anthony Dominguez. My prayers are for you and your mental health. They are. Oh, I got you. But I just couldn't believe that though. That's just crazy. I just couldn't believe it. Like how. Like I'm hoping that he's a better fit in Baltimore, but I'm just thinking like, man, I've never. I mean, it put more exposure on him. I mean, think of it this way: the bright side is your opponent said, if I can't beat him, join us. So you think of it that way in a positive outlook. It was a good thing. All right, now as y'all know, as you can see, and like I said, everything that is my brand is all the links. So check out all my links where I'm like my Discord, Jplay's gaming channel. That's usually where all my stuff is. You can also see my merchandise, stuff like that. Everything I'm wearing, you can get, and it's up live on the website, Shopify. It's not going to break your pockets. It's really not. I made sure it's not going to break your pockets, but it's going to fill mine like it should be. So if you check it out, see what you like. It's also got stuff for, because I'm a fur father, goes to some of the jokes that I say on stage. and it's definitely the rain. It's definitely the rain, bro. Hellfire for the past 3 weeks, and then as soon as somebody try to do something, well, I mean, technically, maybe Dominguez needed a rain delay. Maybe it would have safeguarded his feelings from what happened to him on the field. Just thought I had to put that there. But nah, I wish him the best. Hope that is good luck in your future endeavors. Cause I don't know about that. But like I was saying about pets, for those that don't have kids, or if their pets are their kids, and I know too many people that are like that. And motherfucker, just show love to your pet, bro. Ain't no shame in that. There really isn't. Like these motherfuckers, man's best friend, woman's best friend, they are at the end of the day, no matter what, they're gonna treat you like they love you. They love you. They got bigger hearts than most humans. Like they not. I don't see how anybody can hate pets. Like unless you have, and I say this all the time to people, unless you have a distinct trauma from an actual AMA or AMA, what the fuck was that? From an actual animal attack, then I don't see a reason not to. You know what I'm saying? I don't see a reason for that. I don't. If you want to see one of my dogs on stream, you're gonna have to use the channel points that's in there. You can ask questions. This is your perfect time. People always ask me, even when I'm gaming. Besides asking me stuff about that, they try to ask me all the time. Well, how'd you get into this, or how you so and so, and then people usually spark the conversation. So it's your time to ask me anything. You know. Also, I know y'all noticed some of the wall. So, but above though, court well, right here, I'll start right here. RP, Juice World, one of my favorite, not my top five, but he's one of my favorite. Keep in mind, I'm a 90s baby, but I listen to old school and new school, and some of the new shit is just whatever. But Juice World, he was a hidden gem. Definitely was a hidden gem. Definitely was going too soon. Was half responsible for it, but I look for more so on the other half of what he wasn't responsible for. His death was the prime definition of keep good people around you, people that want to see you win, people that want to, you know, see you thrive mentally, physically, emotionally. Like a lot of his songs, a lot of people are turned off by his shit. And I feel bad because a lot of his songs got me through a lot of shit in my past life. Even if it was more so to know that somebody else was going through some type of shit that I was going through, even in a different form, that that can make just that much of a difference with a person. It can. It could be the one thing they need. So whenever nobody was like Juice World, I asked them, what rappers do you listen to currently? Especially a lot of these like people in their like 20 age bracket, 20, like early 20s, mid 20s, whatever. Even even very a select few in their 30s, and especially all the teens. I asked them what their favorite rappers are, and each one they tell me. I deep dive into the rappers, and some of their inspirations. One of them is him, Kid Leroy. What was that other What was that other person that Eminem just signed? Like he had him on like he's like his Hispanic dude. If y'all know him in the chat, let me know. Like his actual name before I look it up. But like he was inspired by him. We damn near had a fucking we damn near had a hold on. Yeah, but like even my wife's friend's youngest son, he's inspired by Juice World. And he's an artist his damn self. And we could have talked about him forever. Because like even if like some artists are different. Even if you don't get out of the music, like get what you got out of the music, one person doesn't get like me. It was like the pain that he felt. And that he was like crying for help. That he felt unheard. Other people have said partying. And other people have said his relationship with his girl. And for those Juice World fans that keep up with him and all the shit that's been going on and stuff, even with his page still being up and his producers and stuff, yeah, you see how there's some mixed reviews in there. You see how that shit going. Like, especially his girl. Like, that's really fucked up. That's really fucked up. Okay. Like I'm gonna tell my wife if I die today, just burn all my shit. I don't know nobody else wearing my stuff. Like just burn it, burn it. Okay, y'all buy it first, but then just like burn my copies, burn my shit. I want to like burn my Jordans, burn everything. Like everything just go up in flames, bro. I want to go to heaven, but my clothes are gonna be in hellfire. I don't know because like you like they showed a recent photo and she took it down off of her page too. I think it was like about a couple weeks ago or like the end of last month, or like Monday. And I'm like, why? Why is this motherfucker whole fit? Everything. You can't like she had money too. She was going to like when they met, she was going to school for criminology, and like she's kind of like I think like a life coach at times and do that. Like she's an entrepreneur. Like she's got her hand in multiple stuff besides what she's because everything mostly went to her and the rest of his team when it's passing. She she's something else. Something. Then I have, of course, turn around. Y'all can see it right up there. Yep. Now I know some of y'all might be like, so damn, we won't even have him in hockey. So let me explain why. First of all, I became a fan of sports at a very fucking young age. It was half of what was being played on TV growing up in my household. So you gotta think one of the first hockey players I ever seen play when I was younger was Mark Messier. And who was he on? He was on the Rangers. And as y'all know, most Philly teams in the late 90s, early 2000s were dog water, okay? And I'm a happy kid. I don't like too much sadness. I mean, I understand riding with your team and when you grow up in the city, whatever, and sometimes the city come together when it comes to like sports teams, like that'll bring everybody together. Even though sometimes that shit be a little fake because what I hate, and I hate it for y'all, is when people pretend they're a fan of a team just because they live there. Our president is trying to take our choices away. Why the fuck are you not making your own? Like, come on now, man. So, I just saw a woman bathing in the rain. You just saw a woman bathing in the rain, man? You just saw a woman bathing in the rain. Come on, bro. Was she singing in the rain? Was she listening to the sound of music? Like, let me know. Let me know. And do your due diligence, man. Be a good Samaritan. Go get her some soap. It's hard out here. But as I was saying about the Rangers, so seeing Mark Messier playing, and then swear to God, one of the best fucking centers I've ever seen in my life. And then right beside him was someone who I mean he didn't start as a Ranger in his career, but that was his best years. No one could take that away. That was his best career years, and it was in Madison Square Garden. Wayne Gretzky, 99. When I tell you, he is the sole reason why I got into hockey. I'm talking about playing the fucking NHL 99 video games from the 2000, 2003. I even played 2024. I didn't get 25 for different reasons, and I'll explain that more in the next topic, a few topics. But man, he brought the love for hockey to me, man. And that's technically my favorite sport. I know it don't like, yeah, that's your favorite sport. Yeah, it's my favorite sport. It is. I'm gonna ride with my Rangers, no matter how many times they pick themselves apart, like a Karen does if she don't get the right order at a restaurant. She just picks her shit apart and asks for the manager. And speaking of managers, we got a new one, new coach, a new GM. So we're gonna see what happens with that. Okay? Gotta believe. Gotta believe, okay? Then, as y'all see here, one of my favorite TV shows of all time. Now I'll say one of. If you don't agree, it's cool, fuck you. But now, Supernatural. That show, grew up watching that shit, me and my brother. And man, when I tell you, I can't find a single person that I put onto that show to not like that shit. For real. Like that ass. If you want some comical relief, if you into that like hunting monsters and all that type of shit, like I definitely am. I got many books that my wife and I've got where it's like haunted hotels, haunted houses in America and stuff like that. Like I ain't gonna lie, I might say, nah, bro, black people die first in these movies. Nah, bro, I wanna actually do the horror shit. I wanna go and hunt. I wanna like, investigate some spots, paranormal investigator. You know what I mean? I wanna do that shit. I wanna at least try it, okay? It's on my bucket list. I'm gonna at least try that shit. I wanna build my own ghost nation. Shit. What's up, Harley? Yeah, apparently she wanted to come on screen. Apparently she did, so. This is Harley Quinn. This is the one y'all see jump in my chair every now and then. The one that's usually knocked out behind me or falling at me when it's time to be fed again. But nah, Supernatural is definitely, in my opinion, I'm sorry, it's my number one favorite show. Because it's got everything I would want in a show. In it, you know. I don't got too many brothers in there, but the brother that was in there, Sterling K. Brown, he is in one of my second favorite shows, This Is Us, being Randall. And y'all can feel whatever y'all want to feel about that show, but at the end of the day, that shit is good. It's a nice family perspective. Then, last but definitely not least, I'll just put it this way. If you got a problem with the GOAT, you got a problem with me. Okay? Now I know he don't got the most championships, and he got and all that other He wasn't a perfect person, all that shit. But at the same time, you couldn't take nothing away from this game. Only great teams was able to counter this motherfucker. I'll give him that. But Kobe Bean Bryant, Kobe Black Mamba Bryant, if he came out the grave right now, dust himself off, hugged his wife and kids, of course, if he and his daughter came out of the grave, after he made sure his people was okay, I'm pretty sure he could fucking suit up, fucking throw a jersey on right now, and still beat LeBron. And I'm saying that as a Laker fan. I'm sorry, okay, but he's always gonna be above. Yeah. So I'm thinking about the mentality. And there's something else that I usually tell people too. Just like I was saying with Supernatural. If you tell me who your favorite player is, or even if you're a big LeBron fan, and I'll tell you, all right, seconds left, game 7, it's tied up, 3 seconds to make a shot. You're getting double covered. Rain. That shit's crazy, bro. But as I'm saying, you're telling me, you're telling me that if you got Kobe open and LeBron open, last shot, game winner, you gonna pass it to LeBron or are you gonna pass it to Kobe? I don't care if you're an 80s baby, a 90s baby, a 2000s baby, a 2010 baby. You could have been born yesterday. No. I'll give you that. You could have been born like 10 months ago. If you asked a baby that question, they wouldn't say Dada or Mama. They say Kobe. They would say Kobe Bryant. Okay? Probably wouldn't pronounce it correctly, but they would say Kobe Bryant. Okay? One of the most clutch motherfuckers. Not the, but one of the most clutch basketball players I've ever fucking watched play. The game has never been the same since he's been going. The only person who was giving me that type of like, damn, just miraculous fucking shots, clutch comebacks, all that type of shit, is Curry. Now I bleed purple and gold. I appreciate us getting a championship, no matter how shape and form it was. Because if you want to take away the bubble championship, let's take away a lot of the other shit of other teams and other years and other sports championships that don't count. Since we taking championships away, that's all I'm gonna say about that. But diehard Laker fan, we try to be on the up and up, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens now. Now, honestly, the gaming part of my Twitch channel, y'all let me know what's the 3 games that y'all are currently playing right now. Me, it's always gonna be Marvel Rivals. I mean, I technically got, this is the only game I made some money from lately. Like, there's only 2 games in my entire life I ever made money from, no matter how much or little or whatever. Call of Duty. Well, let me see. No, Game Bounce, but not Call of Duty. No. I guess we're really on Rivals. We had a chance to make money Call of Duty, but Rivals. But that took a lot of fucking effort and shit, man. Like it did. When we were playing college kids. Motherfuckers eat ramen noodles, dipped up on Red Bull, and I gotta try to beat this motherfucker and get in this back line. No diddy. Okay? So y'all don't understand the terminology of my rivals. You're not about to clip me. Backline means the enemy's, like, defense. Just like our backline is our ally defense. So, had to make that clear. If I got comics watching and y'all put the jump on that shit. I would too. I would too, but y'all put the jump on that shit. But my top three games I've been playing is Marvel Rebels, Frag Punk. I just made it to gold a couple of days ago. Um, and the third one's been a toss up. Apparently, it stopped raining now, so everything should be good. Shouldn't go in and out again. But still, third game has been a toss up because Splitgate went back into beta just when it started to get good. I don't know why. Maybe it's something that the developers wasn't okay with. So I'm like, alright, cool. So I kind of put down the back burner for a second. Um, I've been trying certain anime games and stuff. So like Crystal Atlas has been pretty good. It's got so much potential. Like if you're a fan of, I'm an anime fan, so if you were a fan of like Naruto, Demon Slayer, like if y'all a fan of like Fairy Tail, Fullmetal Alchemist, Naruto, Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, mm, not like My Hero, Solo Leveling, Soul Eater, like it's like a whole combination of shit like that. So that game, I'll always have that in the back pocket because I got some friends that got on that shit now, and I'm like, oh, this is something I found out too. If you download, because most of these I play are free. If you download that shit, right? If you make a character, make sure that you and your friends are on the same server. Because unlike another game I used to play called Throne and Liberty, you cannot transfer your character. Like it's not cross progression like integration keys. So you only have one character per server, which sucks ass, but it is what it is. It is what it is. See there, y'all. Hold on. Second. How y'all doing tonight, man? What y'all up to? Y'all working? Y'all chilling? Y'all gaming? Let me know. You hitting the stage? Let me know. I think Woo out there high as hell. Cause he Usually does his thing around this time, I assume. That's what I believe. Oh, appreciate it, amazing. I got you, bro. Appreciate you lurking. Filling in my comedy friends. So lurking is when someone watches your stream and they have either open on their phone or they have it open on their laptop or whatever, the tablet, and they have the volume loud enough to where it still counts as a viewer, but low enough where they can still do whatever you're gonna do. So if you have work, people would do it that way, or just doing anything with your business, just so they still show the support. So that's what lurking is. For comedians, let me use an example for comedians so they understand that. You know how comedians lurk into shows and try to get guest spots where they don't try to pay to get in, or I know Jplay. Can't do that everywhere. I'm trying to tell people this. You can't do that everywhere. Okay? I'm not about to be, I'm a wrestling fan. I'm not about to be fighting Big Boss Man because you trying to say that you with me. No, come on, man. Let's get this down and do this shit the correct way before I even get there. Because in my years of comedy, I swear to God, every time, if I had a dollar, no, even if I had a nickel for every time a comic tried to do that shit, I would make rent 5 times. Like it'd be 5 times my rent. And that's crazy. It's fucking ridiculous. Let's see whatever. Oh, okay. I see some people are streaming Battlefield 6. Battlefield, I'm gonna be honest, that shit is. I just can't do these shooters on somewhere. I can't, bro. It's gotten to a point where it's like just the hacking and like the unfair advantage. Like that's what I can say about Rivals. That game, there's really no I don't care what anybody says. There's no unfair advantage. I grew up where you played a game. If you played a game against people, I'm talking about even when it was a fucking board game. I'm talking about tiddlywinks, spades, or checkers. Okay. Either way, both sides had an equal chance to win, and that's how Rivals is. I don't care what anybody like could try to say. And the crazy thing is, every single person that's tried to say something about that game compared to people that speak so highly of it, they nitpick at what's going on with the game. Like they nitpick like, oh man, I will admit, the community is not as. Hey, I grew up where you had to, bro. It was either you had to take it and dish it back out. Okay, I can't. I wouldn't even have even thought about being a comic if you can't fucking dish it back out. If you couldn't, like, I'm not telling you to hold your punches, but at least choose your targets. It can't be everybody. Okay, as long as they don't affect the 3 principles you already mentally said, your 3 triggers, then it's fair game, bro. Back and forth. This is coming from somebody, and I didn't expect to do this. This is coming from somebody that actually won a roast competition, and it was crazy. People say it sounds humble, but I say I don't necessarily know how I actually won that shit. Like it's crazy. Now I'm not saying the bull was better, cause he wasn't. He wasn't. He did the one thing that I love people try to do. He's trying to talk about my teeth. How many motherfuckers have imperfect teeth? Okay? I'd rather have my credit score in better condition than my teeth, bro. They can always get fixed. Technically, they kind of fixing themselves. That's another story for another stream, but they technically are fixing themselves, and I'm cool with that. It was like a 5-on-5, Philly versus Jersey. Shout out to Maurice Betts if you're watching, and he usually the promoter and was doing a lot of these roast leagues, doing like a Philly versus Jersey, New York versus Delaware, you know, Detroit versus Chicago, shit like that. So it was me and four other comics, not gonna say no names, and it was us versus five other ones, and one was called Tone. So he came in, and I cannot make this the fuck up, and I'm so mad that my bro, when he was laughing at the event, he didn't get the footage that I needed, because this would have been crazy good footage. But the man walked in. His name is Tone, by the way. This man walked in looking like that little kid from the Christmas movie that I'm about to say. The name of the fucking movie. Because this motherfucker had a BB gun and said he liked to trap or set them. I don't know. But I called this motherfucker Home Alone Tone, and the crowd fucking erupted. Because not to mention, I skipped the part where he was trying to say how in life he always felt lost. And didn't the parents in the movie Home Alone technically lose their child? They didn't know where he was at. Sad part is sometimes when you walk into a roast, you don't even understand what you're about to set up for the other person. You have to be aware, okay? You have to be a cornerback like in the NFL. You have to be aware of the surroundings and know what to, like, that's why I build a philosophy. Every time I walk into an actual, like, show, sometimes even a mic, I like to see and observe everything. But I'm not looking at the comics per se. I'm looking at the actual genuine non-comical audience. Because when you're working on stuff or when you're there to like showcase, you're there to perform your shit, you get paid to do so, like we do. You need to be observant. That's where the crowd work comes. I beat the brakes off that motherfucker. But the sad part was I was the only one, because each person you win $100. So each battle was $100. If you won your battle, you won your 100. They won their battle, you won 100. We all carpooled to Jersey, because the first one was in Philly, and I couldn't make that one. I had to work. But the Jersey one, we carpooled. When I tell you I was the only one that won their battle, that was the most awkward ass car ride I ever had, bro. And I'm in the back seat between three other fucking comics. We had this little ass clown car, like, and it was snowing. That shit cracked me the fuck up, bro. What'd you say, Big Top? Oh, you had the. I think that's your favorite emoji. The shit where you sit back and have popcorn, no person just sitting there chilling. That shit is super duper crazy. But if y'all have any questions, any more questions, let me know. Because I'm probably about to go into my last part, because I still was explaining the room and then still conversating with y'all. You okay, Joker? Joker. Joker. Oh, he's going back in there. He's shy. It's my pit bull. Let me see. So the last part I will say is that y'all, as y'all see, show y'all their fun. No, I obviously gotta keep the baby in there. So this was at the we went to support one of our friends. He was being honored, and it's technically a sneaker ball. Now y'all know usually y'all don't see me in suits. For those that didn't make it to my wedding. So I'm usually like a fucking street casual. Like my style is between, um, you know, Lloyd Banks and Day Day from Friday, unfortunately. So y'all know y'all usually if y'all see me in a suit, it's a rare occasion. So yeah, we went there, had a good time, supporting friends and all that. Hey Joker. Joker. Come here, Joker. Come here, Joker. Come here. Come on. Come here, Joker. Yeah. Yeah. Come on, Joker. Hey, come here. Come here. Come here. There we go. There we go. Y'all see him. Y'all see this little scoundrel. Y'all see him. Yes. He's probably like, Dad, finish the fuck up so I can go to the bathroom. But, okay. I'll leave y'all with this last part though. So to explain the last part of my room, of my studio, is wrestling. Definitely diehard wrestling fan, and RIP to Hulk Hogan. For people, I know y'all split views about him, but at the end of the day, I don't take nothing away. I try to go off of the character. Okay? I'm a fan of his character. It's the role that he played on TV. Hollywood Hulk Hogan, NWO, Hulkamaniacs. You can't take that away from him. Okay? Different views about the actual man, but when it comes to his craft, come on now. I'm not going to take nothing away from that. Okay? At the end of the day, his family lost a good relative. So that's my take on that. It is. Yo, what up, Rex? What's up, my bro? Appreciate you popping in. Yo, you never miss a stream, and you always supporting, bro. I fucks with that. Taking time out your day to look at my ugly ass. I appreciate that. So. But nah, man, wrestling fan all my life. Definitely where you see a little memorabilia, maybe championship. Y'all see it? Maybe championship. Was a fan of John Cena. Emphasis on the word was, and yes, I know that it's not real, but at the same time, like, who wants to be a bad guy when you leave out? I don't care how good or, like, you're doing good, though. Okay, but come on now, you gonna be a bad guy in your last days, bro? I guess it's true what they say. If you, let me see, I guess you would say about live long being a hero, eventually you'll live long enough to become the villain. So. But I'm gonna see, because I'm probably gonna raid out. I appreciate all y'all that popped into my stream, that showed love. Subs are discounted right now, so therefore, if you want to sub to my channel, so you don't have like crazy commercials and less lackiness and stuff like that, then make sure you hit that sub button right now, because it's only gonna be discounted for until 7 p.m. So let me see real quick. Why is this right there? Okay. He says, all love, bro. What's the word? Hey, man, the word. Let me see the word. Word today is the words today is Hulk Hogan. I'm playing now. Probably gonna raid out, see who's on. Definitely be somebody that's always been supporting. I try to give back. Whoever raids me, I always rate them back. So sharing audiences. Right now, it's looking like home mats are on. So I appreciate y'all time. Appreciate y'all tuning in with me, showing love, giving a first look. The next time we will have a guest, so maybe it won't be Moses trying to spread the seed on the day that we try to do this. So appreciate y'all, all the love, the comments, the subscriptions, the likes, all that. Make sure you follow my Twitch. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Jplay Vines Official, which will be right there. On Facebook, Jplay Vines. On TikTok, Jplay TikTok. But you also pop up if you say Jplay Vines Official. And make sure you follow me on YouTube as well, where it's just all lowercase Jplay Vines, because every single one of these is going to be all over my social media and even clips. So make sure you just follow all that, keep up to date with me and everything I do. Make sure you check out the brand, my merchandise, all that and the third, and my Discord as well, so you can get quicker notifications of updates and everything I'm doing, shows, podcasts, gaming, all that stuff. I'm going to catch y'all later.